Looks like Rome's trying to get in here real quick. He's popping in.
Yeah.
Seeing the loading screen.
There.
Hey, there we go.
You see your Rome
himself.
Had to adjust the camera there. It was a little weird. How's everybody? What's good?
Oh, dude, we're doing great today. I'm having a good day. Just chilling, talking about music right now. We were sharing our opinions on the chill step Pokemon type beats. Well, what's your opinion on those before we move on to the KOF talk?
I haven't heard it, but I'm pretty sure it's good. I have not heard a bad Pokemon song yet, so.
Yeah. Oh man, there's like this playlist on Spotify that I've been using at work recently, and it's just a remix of all the different Pokemon songs, and it goes like at least like 8 hours long. I'm sure I haven't heard everything because it shuffles, but it's pretty sick. So it's like,
wait, is this Game Chops or nah?
Yeah. Well, it's part Game Chops, and it's like a bunch of other people too. Like they put a huge eclectic mix together, so it's pretty sick.
Yeah, they have their Route 3. I really like a lot.
Route 3 is good. Route 3. I've been a fan of the How Lies City. That one's probably one of my favorite ones because that one.
That's a good one too.
They have a really slow like pa, pa, pa. Oh man, it's just I could sit there and listen to music like drinking wine and then just kind of like have a single tear drop and be like beautiful.
Yo, pinkies up, right, with the wine.
Pinkies out, yeah. Pinkies out. Thinking of Nurse Joy. Just living your good life.
Officer Jenny boys over here, man.
Officer Jenny life. There we go, baby. Oh man. So everyone, welcome Rome himself. To most, he don't need no introduction, but I'm going to introduce him anyway because it's fun. So Rome himself is a commentator from the East Coast, and he is much more than that. Twitch streamer extraordinaire. You've commentated Evo before, correct? Am I wrong?
No, well, online Evo, not Evo.
Online. Okay, but that's still.
I would have done Evo, but there was a thing called COVID that kind of messed everything up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, it is what it
is. Got you. All right. Well, welcome to the stream, man. I'm really glad to have you aboard. I wanted to kind of start off with something that we didn't touch on because we host on Mondays and we're a little late to the party, but that's the Kukri trailer. I was going to bring that up real quick and maybe start with that.
Yeah, I'm down to talk Kukri, the cuck man himself. So I thought the trailer was okay. I'm not the biggest fan of Kukri, so maybe I shouldn't have started out. I know Psychotic does like that guy. He likes that character.
I like a lot of characters. I give everyone a fair share of love and hate. I'm that type of dude.
I'll say this. I think I'm more worried about fighting the character. I think that's really what's on everyone's mind. Yeah. You see players like Deshimo, right? Just running around doing the crazy stuff they do.
You're telling me Deshimo can sweep me and then EX anywhere? All right, GG, shake my hand, man.
For free, dude. No max mode needed, man. Any knockdown when that dude has a bar, you gotta sweat instantly.
You got a freak.
But I mean, the character, I can see the appeal. I know there's a lot of people that like his design a lot. So it's cool to see him back. I knew he would be back. Like they kind of hinted at him being really important back in 14. With helping Elizabeth find Ash, and then whatever happened in SK Heroines, I don't know what happened there. My man's going off. He was going crazy.
I feel like I stayed away from that corner of the earth, and I don't know if I'm better for it or not. Should I have experienced that? The Kukri shenanigans and heroines?
Are you happy?
I'm happy right now, yeah.
So you made the right choice then. You made the right choice.
Hell yeah. All right, cool. I'm glad I'm on to some shit. All right, so we're going to start this trailer. Let's watch it through once real quick, and then we'll take a peek and a gander. Let me mute this music as well while we go through here.
It looks so weird when they actually show his face a little.
You think so?
Yeah, the first time they didn't show his face. They never really intentionally showed it.
Yeah, now they give him eyes. You can see a little bit of the facial, the face. It just looks. I just wish they just kept it all dark. I think that was sick.
I don't know. They've been making changes constantly to this character.
Mm-hmm. I like that little thing that comes out of his hands right there. It looks a little more detailed when he does a little spinneroo.
Yeah, it looks like he got a juggle there too, right?
Yeah, he has a new move, I believe, that he I guess he lifts the sand and creates a little small pillar or some sort.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
looked
it's
like he
like
got a
some type
combo.
of pillar attack. Yeah.
Let me squeeze back there.
I could tell Sanchez is happy. No, there's one thing I don't like about Kukri and like in general when you're fighting him. Like sometimes, like I mean, it's a risk for him himself,
Yeah, that
but
thing.
like you know how he could just create cyclones as wake up as a reversal and it's just keeping you guessing, and he could just be at one side of the screen or he could be in front of you, and you're like, the fuck? I knocked you down and I don't get like a reward to try to mix you up, but instead you're throwing these bullshit clones at me, and I feel like I'm getting mixed up. I feel like I should be rewarded. It's fuck.
You feel like even on your knockdown, like, even when he's knocked down, you have to guess still, right? That's how you
Yep,
feel. Like,
that's how I
yeah,
feel.
Yeah, you have to build
you
a
know,
plan about like predicting where this is like, all right, what would be the smartest thing for him to do in this decision? All right, I'm going there. You know, like you got to get in your own head, and you're like, wait a minute, I just gave up my offense, you bastard.
and Kukri players just skating away. I will say this though, man. I know there's been talk of some games that people say lately that like you can't be creative in them. I do think Kukri is a character that you can be hella creative with if you can constantly stay fresh, right? As far as like the sand clone you're gonna do and like how you're gonna approach the mix up, how you're gonna approach the knockdown, how you're gonna approach the neutral. Like with this character, I think like that's super creative, and that's why players like Deshimo, like I feel like every Deshimo round, it's always a different mix-up. You're never taking the same mix-up back to back. He is frequently changing it up. Like he's constantly changing it up throughout the game. And I feel like this character can like allow you to express yourself.
Yeah,
So I
fighting
will say that.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Go
No,
ahead.
you're fine. You're good.
Oh
No,
yeah,
I was saying I will say that. Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, I was saying fighting Deshimo the other day when we were all climbing up in that lobby to take him on. It felt like he had like an NFL blitz playbook. Like he was going like down, down, down A. Like, all right, I got this one. Just run this real quick. You know what I mean? Hit the turbo button. You're like, God damn, what's this guy doing?
Yeah, another thing too, he has option selects up the ass. So you want to escape, he has option selects and he can put you in different mix. That guy's nuts, man.
He's got he's got like legitimate stun combos. They're not just like, combo video fodder. You can actually land them in a match pretty consistently. Character's a threat, and it did take a while for that to come out. I do remember this character, people not really knowing what to do early on, but by now you can see.
Yeah, that's crazy. I'm just rewinding it just a little bit. He did this off of the spin here and created a crumple, knocked him out of the crumple, then was able to extend the combo there. I could only imagine you throw the fireball and then you do some like EX shenanigans or something, go into like that overhead next, like do no bar. Man, this character's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, he still has the link off the fireball in the corner.
Oh yeah, I can see
man.
people scheming right now, just coming up with ideas.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone's coming with all sorts of ideas because, like, dude, EX anywhere?
Yo, did you
That's
guys
gonna
see
be
that hip
wild.
thrust? You guys see that hip thrust right there? God damn.
Yeah. Dude, this guy's
just
hella
boned
expressive,
that
man.
X right there. God.
Dude, he's
showing
ready to
it
fuck.
off. This man is visceral right now, man.
All right, well that was that. So cool. I think this character is going to be very interesting. I want to see how EX anywhere like shakes up all the characters right now. Like Shune's really good because he can land a hit. Like he plays the fast max game mad well, but without needing the fast max game, is that going to like change how like messed up Shune is? Is that going to? I'm just excited, man. I want to see this all shake everything up from the ground up.
Yeah, I hope it balances out pretty well because, like, some characters' neutral game, it's gonna change a lot. Not having to like just be able to pop like max mode, because I feel like when you lock the max mode into, I mean, the EX moves into max mode, I feel like it erases people's awareness of what the other player is trying to do, right? Because like, oh, max mode, I'm gonna be more defensive. I'm gonna try to make this read. He might do like some crazy cross up shenanigans, like with Haidern or Luang and stuff. When you don't lock it behind it, when it could just happen in an instant, you're making players actually start like thinking, be more on top of like what's going on, or try to make these certain reads, and they might actually have to develop a stronger neutral. Which another thing which I think like might be kind of interesting, because you know how they released the Shadow Strike. man, like now you have a defensive option to deal with these crazy shenanigans. And if you make a perfect read, you use a Shatter Strike, and even though they do an EX move, like do things, it's gonna be crazy. I don't know how it's gonna balance out. I hope the balance brings the tier list a bit closer with the EX Anywhere, giving people a little bit more tools to work with during the neutral.
Yeah, I don't want to see any character get like swallowed by mechanics or like normals or something like that. Let's see everyone play Banderas.
Shout
And
out
let
to
them
my
shine.
boy
Yeah.
Terry.
Oh, Terry's looking feisty, man. I actually really want to try the character out too myself.
I'll show you my tech if I figure anything out, because I'm a lab. Like,
Oh, I know you are, man. You got tech right now, dude. You got that 14 tech with Terry. So I'm definitely coming to you day one. I'm watching your streams. But I do have two things I wanted to say in conjunction with what you were just bringing up. My favorite, one of them is my favorite example to bring up is Kim and KOF 13. EX Sengetsu's probably one of the best moves in the game, right? Incredibly fast, so stupid. It just sniped you out of anything, right? And what made that a threat was just how good it was. So like, and you could do it anytime, right? The minute Kim got a bar, you had to respect them in neutral because that shit was coming out. Fast forward to KOF 14, Kim has to pop max mode to get it. Once he pops max mode, you know in that time frame, he's going to be looking for EX Sengetsu's in neutral. I can work around it. You know what I mean? So it reduces that like that awareness. I mean, it raises your awareness and it reduces like the chance of him having to play that game with you. Now, fast forward again to KOF 15, and we're back at it again. So I agree with you. I do want to see EX moves balanced a certain way, because also the second part to this was that there's some characters in KOF 14 that their EX moves are just combo fodder. They're not good outside of like just landing extra hits. And I think that, you know, you got to have those EX moves, but you also need EX moves that can help you in hairy situations. Some with iframes, some with maybe like that's really fast. You know what I mean? Some extra damaging. Like I look at a character like Vice, her EX moves are pretty much useless outside of the combo. You know what I mean? Like you very rarely got EX sleeve in neutral with her. It was really hard. It was also that weird glitch with her. But her tackle was really slow, you know, EX tackle. So there was no point in using it outside of like a combo. So not saying Vice is coming back. I don't think she is. But if she was, she's a character I would like to see where they make her EX moves a bit more useful outside of just, hey, let me, you know, extend the combo.
Yeah,
And
every
I think
character
we'll
needs
see
some
that.
tools like that. I agree.
Yeah, I totally agree with that EX situation you brought. Like, because if it's just like combo situations, right? I mean, that's great. It's cool and all. Yeah, I definitely think like if you give like certain characters tools like for EX meters to use it in certain situations, I think it will definitely balance the game out a little bit more. Like certain moves have invo now, or like certain moves have an overhead, like Terry's EX traction. Something, man, you know.
Mhm.
I really like that Terry's. I don't know what the name of the move is called, but he's got like that Bandit Bringer from Guilty Gear. Yeah.
Guilty, I know,
Yeah,
so bad.
so
Guy,
he does like the arc up and then crashes down. Ooh, my mic just electrocuted me. That was fun. Whoo!
Oh no.
Nah, we good. I think it was just static from the carpet or something like that. We gooch. Power dunk. Thank you, Lou. Appreciate that.
Yeah, that's the one
power
we were
dunk.
talking about. Yeah, he brings you up and then comes down. Yeah,
Because I can probably low crush, right?
Well, I hope
Some
I
games
hope
is-
EX Crackshot would be the one that what's it called?
that low crushes. Yeah,
Oh,
like
okay,
it was in
yeah.
13. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but I was gonna say in some games, power dunk is like is an actual DP. Like it has.
Oh,
iframes.
really?
It's way
That's
better than
sick.
using
That's sick.
Rising Tackle.
Yeah, and that might happen in this game for all we know. Maybe power dunk is like the preferred like reversal for him if it is good for reversal, which will make Terry players more scary because now you have to watch when you're jumping in on them.
Yeah, that would be godlike to have a DP on Terry like that, and then have the rising tackle for like when people are trying to bait that one out. They're like, "Oh, I'm gonna punish that shit for free," and then you're like, "Rising tackle." You're like, "Son of a bitch."
Gotta cover different angles, man. That would be
Yeah,
sweet to have
all of
both
them.
moves as a reverse.
Oh hell yeah, dude, that would be sick. All right. So let's move on to the first topic for the day. So I wanted to kind of delve into what I wish I could see from like the West Coast right now that I see the East Coast has got kind of going right now. So like a lot of the East Coast scene for KOF right now feels like people are really coming together, starting getting ready to get locals together and stuff like that. And I haven't heard much of that going down out here on the West Coast, but I wanted to know if you can give me like any insight about like what you guys have been doing and developing and other stuff like that to help like build the scene out there and whatnot, even if it's not directly you, but like, you know.
Honestly, what I can tell you, because I remember like the start of like that kind of ballooning of the East Coast scene. It was literally just a Facebook Messenger group chat. When KOF 14 was coming out, there was a few players who was like, hey, let's just create a central hub, right? This is pre-Discord days, because like 2016, people were using Discord, but you know, they still weren't using it as much as other websites.
Yeah.
Especially not for like gaming stuff like this yet. So it literally was just a Facebook group messenger for, hey, if you're slightly interested in KOF 14, even if you weren't like someone gung-ho about it, if you were a Street Fighter player coming in, if you had any remote interest or any slight chance that you were like, man, I want to try this game, it would just start out as that, where it was a group of those players who invited me later on. One of them, you know, I was really close with, invited me. He was like, hey, you know, come in this group, you can set up matches, stuff like that. And this was like maybe right as the game came out, like the first week. Had a lot of people in there. Obviously, as time went on, a lot of, you know, there's always going to be the players that drop off, right? The ones that don't stick with the game.
The natural
That's fine.
cycle.
The natural cycle, yeah. But the ones that were there, we just started saying, hey, a lot of us, for the most part, lived in New York City or close. You know, you either lived in Jersey, where you can drive to New York in like an hour, or there were some people who were just like, hey, I don't have much of an offline scene, but I do play the game a lot, so I'll travel out. Like players from Boston, you know, players from even upstate New York, like Silver, would take the bus, come to our events, and, you know, play and stuff like that. So it just started out like that, literally a group chat. A lot of us just started playing more, and then it was like, hey, let's start doing like bi-weekly events where like not even tournament settings, but just like a bi-weekly Friday, we'll meet up at Next Level and just play sets. We'll just all play sets and chill. Then a lot of us started getting more close because we were hanging out a lot. So like it moved. We started to develop more personal, like, you know, like friendships. It was we played KOF, but it became more. We started going to movies together. Oh, after this KOF session, let's go grab some dinner or whatever.
That's
like,
what's up.
and then it became more tight. So a lot of us just always were cool. We always would check up on each other. And this is like going, you know, even after KOF 14's lifespan, you know, when it kind of slowed down, a lot of us still kept in touch and would talk in that chat. And it just started from that. And then I don't know, it just like, honestly, I just saw the growth just keep happening organically, where you go to a major, you play some people you've never met before, and it's like, oh, hey, we got this group chat. You want to play? You want to play more games online? You want to play a longer set? Like, and that's how it happened. We just started that group chat, and we just kept the connections going, where like at every event, just inviting players. And then I don't know, it just really it's not even something where like there's a formula where I can give it to you, because it just happened organically, you know what I mean? Like,
oh no, I don't need the
happened.
formula. I wanted to know your story and like how you guys have been doing it. This is really cool insight. Like, you know, like I respect your commentary. Like when I first got into KOF, like I was at Hyperdrive, like I was working there, and I've been in Dragon Ball forever, and I was like, what the fuck, Blue Mary's sick, like she did that thing, that was a crazy mix up, what the fuck is this game? And they were like, this is KOF 14. I was like, oh, I thought I was working Sam's show. Okay, cool. Like, this is sick. And I started like diving in ever since. But like a lot of the guys that I know are around here, like the ones that are like real killers and big heads, like they're playing either other games or like the 9-to-5s don't work out. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot more spread out. I even met some dude recently who is like all the way out in LA, because it's like an hour and a half drive from where I am. And he was like, oh man, I would totally come, but like, you know, it's an hour and a half drive just to play like a couple games of KOF. Like, I don't know if I can. And I'm like, fuck. All right, well, we gotta get more.
See, the thing with that, because I definitely understand that as well. Like, it wasn't always perfect. You know, there's a lot of times where it was the same people over, and I was cool with that. And I think that's why I also attributed to the growth, because a lot of us didn't care. If it was 8 of us meeting up on a Friday to play KOF, we was cool with that. You know, it didn't matter. And I do think that it is a little bit harder for players to make that jump, right? If they're like an hour and a half away, especially if it's like a small people. I could totally understand that. But it just, you know, it's one of those things where you gotta just, I say, keep advertising it. show at your locals that you're having fun playing this game, and people will see that. It will happen a lot. There's been plenty of times where we've had good games, people have come by, yo, what's this or whatever, and that's usually how it starts. What game is this? Or, oh, this is KOF. Oh, and they sometimes they'll have their misconceptions about it, like, oh, I thought this was like an anime game, or, oh,
Yeah,
I
you
heard
gotta
14
get
was
the
good.
FAQ sheet already. You could be like,
Or, yeah,
I'm experienced. Yeah, like what? Yeah,
You
no,
gotta
there's
pull
no
up
air
the,
dashing except for one guy. Well, kind of
right,
two.
exactly. 3 if you
Oh yeah,
count Neon's
3.
freaking.
Yeah, that's true. Oh shit.
Oh shit, maybe we're realizing something. Hold up.
All right, no one
Nah,
audit this. No one at home audit this, please.
Please don't say it. No, but
Oh,
but yeah, like it just started like that. Honestly, that was it was just a Facebook group chat that just spun off into a bunch of people just being hungry about the game, and then seeing I guess the energy of the events. We talk about Lunar Bout, and like the people that came to Lunar Bout got to see how we were, and loved it, and they were like, man, you guys are great, I want to come to this event every year. And it was like, honestly, again, it was no formula to it. It was just, let's make a group chat. If you really want to play, you'll stay around, give tips, stuff like that. And that was it. And then but like I said, we just ended up getting closer and closer, getting to know each other more outside of the video games. And I guess that also helped with like just that camaraderie, and people saw that, and then it just brought in more players, because there's a way to do things, right? Like if a new person comes up to you, you have to be inviting, but not like forcing them. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And I think that happens a lot in the FGC, where there are some communities where like, someone says they're interested in your game and they throw everything at them, like everything instantly, and it's like too much and it bombards them. Whereas you got to take a certain route to it, a certain approach. So
that's why most people like to default to play more games, I think. Like it's like, shit, I don't want to drive you away from this place, like, but I don't want to be a dick. Play more games, man. You'll get better eventually. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. If you're frustrated, you'll have to sort that out. But I got another pools match to play. I'm so sorry.
Just to wrap it up, I was at the end of the day, man, we're all we got as well. We're little. Like the SNK scene, it might seem like it's bigger out here, and it is, but we're still a smaller scene. But we all got each other's backs. We all have each other. We look out for each other. So that, I guess that just helps, man. People see that and they want to be a part of it. So
yeah, it's definitely a
there it is.
beautiful thing that's been built. Like when I first discovered this scene, I think I was playing some random dude online, and then like 20 minutes into our set, he was like, you don't have this Alice combo, do you want to learn it? And he showed me the easy one, not the one where you have to like tiger knee the drill, but the one where you shoulder into drill. And he was like, no, you're doing it too fast, just go slower. And like he was just like kind of helping me along the way, and he was like, hey man, I can back up if you need. I don't know, it was just like, every person in the community that I've approached has either been like that or to an extent like that, with pulling back of being like, to back to just play more games. Like I've never gotten like, you're fucking dog shit, you're never gonna be shit. Because I was like, I play Dragon Ball a lot, and man, those people get fucking heated sometimes. They'll drop some bomb. I'm laughing my ass off because I almost summoned Shenron on stream. I'm like this close from doing it, and someone else is like, no. And I'm like, I'm having a blast. What do you mean? It's godlike. I don't know. Two different strokes, right?
Yeah, I mean, that scene kind of blends in with the Marvel scene. Our Marvel scene out here is definitely, like, I'm sure you guys have heard the stories of all the East Coast Marvel guys back in the 2000s.
Oh, I'm a huge Yipes fan. I've watched a lot of that.
Bringing
lore.
guns to arcades and shit. Yeah.
Oh, guns to arcades? No, I haven't heard anything about that, but I can believe it.
Yeah, that used to happen. So thankfully not anymore.
It'd be like you're picking Rugal and you're getting out. Pick Rugal, you get shot.
Yeah. I mean, didn't that guy get stabbed for winning with a Wake Up Super in '97?
What?
Yeah. That was all the way in China?
I think that was in China, yeah.
Yo,
I think it's China, yeah.
FatBoi, you got the lore?
It's kind of weird. I mean, there's articles somewhere, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
He got hit by Wake Up Super. It's like he actually did that shit. And yeah, then they started fighting. Some guy was fucking using like a stool, and fucking the other guy was using a knife. Then while the whole arcade, like you can see pictures of it, there's freaking blood everywhere. But for some reason, I don't know if it's true or not, but at the end of the articles, they said they were sorry, blah blah blah. They hugged it out, and I don't know if they're friends, but They
Wait,
apologized
they
to
hugged
each
it
other.
out after he got
Yeah.
sad?
Yeah, they hugged it out. I was like, dude, that is some hardcore shit.
Bro,
Fighting game players are weird, man.
what the fuck? I think that's a
Yeah,
chin
we're a
player.
special breed there.
That's a chin player for
Yeah, we are
sure.
built different.
God damn. Well, knife wounds aside, I'm glad the East Coast scene is doing pretty good. How are you guys going for locals right now? Do you guys have locals opening up in your area at all? For like 14 or KOF
we're
in general?
flooded.
Really?
For KOF in general, so for KOF, not right now. There is going to be some big things. We do have Lunar Phase where we do, well, we had a KOF tournament a few months ago at Lunar Phase. OTUM, I won that, you know.
Oh,
You can
hell
see
yeah.
the VOD on
Congrats.
YouTube.
Congrats.
Yeah, thank you. I'm only flexing about that because I didn't want to enter and I was forced to enter and I still won.
Well, hell yeah.
But
I don't even play this game.
Congrats.
Yeah, I don't even play this game. I really don't play O2. I don't like O2. But we do have that, right? But there's also Brooklyn Video Games. They run, I don't know if you heard of them or seen their videos. They're streaming KOF O2 literally every day, and they do tournaments, I think, once a month. There's actually a 2002 tournament coming up in a few weeks. I'll be there, probably just hanging out, because those guys are beasts. So, like, there's the New York players that you guys know, right? And then there's the ones that you don't know, the OGs. They're all O2 players, and it's like a bunch of like Latin players. They're beasts. They live at Brooklyn Video Games.
Oh, snap.
And they just play constantly. They're always playing O2. I think they do play 98 as well. Usually the older KOFs. But shout outs to those guys, all those dudes there, man. Because they're legacy talent, and I would love to like integrate more with them, especially with 15 coming out. You know, because they're super strong players. And one thing I will say, we do have a lot of players, or a good amount of players, but we're not the strongest out here. And I do feel like those guys can help us get even further, you know, just because they have like raw, instinctive, like KOF level, like high level, like KOF players. Like you watch them play O2 and it's disgusting. They all use Kim, Blue Mary, Kim, Angel, and Billy Kane, but they're all playing at like the highest of high level. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So that's one thing I do want to work on as a community figure out here. I don't consider myself that. I'm just a guy out here playing KOF. But as someone who is looked at as bridging that gap, that's something that I want to work on, is like integrating more with those guys and like learning more of the older games with them, and in return hoping they can learn like KOF 15 and 14 with us, you know?
Yeah, because 15 coming out with rollback is going to mean that U.S. tournaments are going to be much more viable. Like, we're going to be able to have so many more players fight each other, and the possibility of having that connection where a player who's like, you know, because like when you know how you have training partners, and there's like a training partner you'll vibe with on a different level because you guys can communicate differently. So like when you really need some shit or help or something like that, you're like, hey, fill me in or something like that. For me, one of those players is Cosdick. He's one of the guys who helps me with my mentality outside of FatBoi. So like I'll bring stuff to him, but we're so far away, you know, that we have to like play Guilty Gear when we talk about that kind of stuff. So I have to play a different game to be able to be like, okay, this makes sense. And so it'll be nice to be able to have like that connection with other people too, because then more players of equal skill level are going to be able to like start hounding in on each other, you know, and we can, you know, help facilitate better and create resources for them as the game continues on, and do our best to help people have the tools they need if they want to stay, not to try to lure them in and keep them here and overbear them with BS. Let's make it fun.
Yo, agreed.
So what do you think, FatBoi? Are you going to dominate the West Coast?
Me? No. I'm a scrub.
I just wanted to drop that bomb on you. I haven't, you know, you were a little quiet.
I don't know, man. I feel like people put me on the pedestal at times, and when I lose, people go ham.
Bro, didn't you almost beat Violent Kane? What are you talking about?
I don't know. Luck build?
Yeah, low tier FatBoi right here, dude. Don't even.
Oh,
he's
this guy.
downplaying himself. He's straight up in my chat the other day was saying Chris is gonna be bottom 5 when 15 drops. Bottom 5.
Big
bro.
doubt. Big doubt.
Hey, we don't know yet.
That man had a cancelable crouch B.
We may not know yet, But bottom 5, I'm like, come on, look at that CD's nuts that he throws out on the screen just by jumping down. Are you serious? I'm going to jump at you, and then I'm going to teleport to one side and then spend another EX meter just to have you go, what the fuck is he doing? Like, that's going to be such a mental... Oh,
Yeah, that
man.
kid's gonna be all over the place.
He's gonna be good. But yeah, well, sorry, I was getting high while you guys were having your moments. I was just trying to do it myself.
Oh, hell yeah,
But
dude.
I
Enjoy
wanna
it.
pedal back to like you know how you talk about like the OGs and all that.
Yeah,
Dude,
the
we have
OGs,
tons of-
what you're just spoken.
Yeah,
OG?
so around Los Angeles, or at least like, yeah, I think around LA in general, right? Or probably even the old. We have tons of old school like Bobby ass KOF players, and they're fucking good. Like when you watch them play like 98 and 2002 I think they're like more than OG. They're fucking good at those games. Like you can just clearly see the fundamentals that they have. I'm like, bruh, like if you guys would just get your head out of your asses and just like give like the new KOF games a chance, like think about like the KOF scene that we could have in the US.
Yeah.
In general, or even in the
Agreed.
West Coast, like you guys could be like bringing in all these like new kids, or just like having a bigger player base, just like because player base does make up like a good portion of like community growth, right? If we can't have people like to play with, or a variety of people, and like I'm not saying like I do like playing the same people over and over. I do love playing with you guys. I'm not saying from my perspective, but there will be some other people they're gonna have perspective is like, I want to keep running into new people at times when I don't want to play with my friends, because I want to try the new stuff that I learned playing against my friends, against people who never played against me. You know what I'm saying? So when they don't have that feel, it could like people don't get motivated to play the game. They're gonna flock over to like something that has a bigger player base where all the hype is at.
Yeah, and my thesis is you need a bunch of 0-2ers if you want $1,000 pot. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people are going to have, a lot of blood's going to get spilled. It doesn't matter how good or bad you are. Whether you're there to just enjoy it, whether you're there because you think Angel has a nice character design and personality. You know what I mean? Like, whatever you're here for, that's what you're here for, you know?
I agree a lot with that 0-2 comment, because like, honest to God, man, they're the most important people at majors. And I tell people that all the time, don't shun the guy that goes 0-2. Yeah, the guy that goes 0-2 is not at the level he wants to be, but don't shun that guy, because the guy going 0-2, that's the guy who's buying all the souvenirs at the event. That's the guy who's buying the hotel room, staying out there. That's the guy that's supporting the event, right? Like, he's going there and he's trying, he's playing the game. You can never have an event where it's just top players only. Well, you can, but they're invitationals is what I'm saying. And those are not going to make a profit. So yeah, you need to appreciate those guys that go 0-2, because they're good dudes. And we were all there at one point, you know what I mean? Some of us still are, right? And it is what it is. You'll get better. As you stay hungry and grind, you'll get better. But I was going to say to you, Psychotic, I know you guys got a lot of strong players. I think West Coast has stronger players, and this is not a shot at you guys.
Mm-hmm.
I think y'all have stronger players, but y'all don't have a stronger community like us. And I think that's what a lot of people are noticing. East Coast, we have a really tight-knit group and a strong community, and we're growing. But you guys definitely have the legacy players, the Reynolds, the Mr. KOFs, guys like that. Y'all have some super strong guys out there. The Game Goons, who's been out there, strong players and just like active, right? So like, y'all have a lot of the more like notable players and really strong players, but I think overall we have, like, at least for now, we have bigger numbers and just more of a community type presence. And it is what it is. I do hope it changes when 15 comes out.
Oh, it is.
Because
I
remember,
for sure.
I think it will too. Because I remember back in the day, and I know there's got to be some people in the chat with me. I say back in the day, but it's like 10 years ago. NorCal used to have those Sunday events, the Southtown Ranbats or Runbacks, I think is what it was called. And they would play KOF 13 at the arcade. I forget the name of the arcade, but I'm sure it closed down. But they would play there. And that was actually some of my very first exposure to KOF as a game and as like just a high level, to see all those players that would go out there. Southtown Arcade. Thank you, Lumatic. Yep. I would see those. They would stream them every Sunday, and they would have like just a bunch of players out there playing the game. And that's how I got hooked, seeing that,
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah. So I totally agree with how like you guys have a better community, by far. Yeah, I think we do have slightly better players, but the problem is that like we don't really, we don't really get together. Game Goons tried really hard to get us to like play in like tournaments like bi-weekly or even monthly and shit like that, right? And just even if it's on a Saturday, just people don't show up. Like what's it called, like all the people who do want to play, like some of them, they work on weekends, and it sucks because like Mr. KOF, like he told me that dude works like 6 days a week and shit. So yeah, then like some of the people who are like Team Chaos, I'm not sure if you guys remember them, but they're also dominant in SoCal. I think Reynolds is better than them, but those guys are hella good at the game. They're really strong too, and they played a good part of the community for SoCal. Like if they really gave like Mr. KOF a run and everything, But Mr. KOF, he's one of the OGs. He knows a lot of those Fobby OGs that I was talking about at those boba shops that played like 98. Like, dude, Mr. KOF is a beast in that. Like when I was at Arcade Infinity, dude, like I think he had 208 wins on KOF 98 cabinet before I left Arcade Infinity at 1 a.m. and they were still going at it.
Damn.
Yeah, dude. He is a monster at that game. But yeah, like I really hope that like we could like do something together, like all the OGs and all that stuff. I want to, like, when 15 comes out, I hope to have interest. I know they don't really have big interest in 14. Hopefully 15 will grab their interest, and if they are interested, I do want to offer them like to, because I was good friends with them. I just had like, I guess like after pandemic and 13 died, I haven't really talked to them, but I want to offer them, like, since Nate wants to do his his backyard thing where he puts everyone in the freaking pool and have them play KOF and shit.
Yeah, play for KOF from the pool, dude. I'll get you a floaty. I'll get you some floaties, and I'll get you one for your stick too. Like I'll get one that's Hori branded.
Oh hell yeah!
Dude, that's actually kind of genius. Like a floaty, like for a stick. Oh
yeah.
My god! You should hit up Hori and sell them that idea, and tell them you want like 80%.
Hold on.
Idea.
But,
I don't know why.
But yeah,
I was ready for this, but Hori can hit me up.
Ooh, yeah, that's what's up.
Oh man, sorry, I'm blacked out for a second. What happened?
But I do want to offer people who are from LA, like if going to like Nate's house is too far, if they could like just drop by my pad, I will just pretty much like take them to Nate's place. So
hell yeah,
hopefully
dude.
hopefully we could get something going on. Hopefully KOF 15 takes off, as we're all hoping it will, and if everything goes Gucci, I'll do what I can, like, to help the SoCal scene. I don't know, like, maybe people, I don't know if I could do much, because I don't know if people give a fuck about me or what I'm trying to do, but, people with bigger names is going to have an easier time, right? But yeah, I'll see what I can do.
Yeah. But think about it, man. Like I said, again, a lot of people consider me someone that's been helping to bridge the East Coast scene together, and they look at me as a community leader. Mm-hmm. I'm a literal nobody, bro. I was a guy that went to my locals. That was it. I was a guy that went to my locals, played KOF, got fucked up for years, finally got good at the game where I could, like, win locals and place high at, fairly high at certain events and stuff like that in majors. But that's all I did. And I was just active in my community, and I just tried to help out where I could, which leads to the commentary thing. Like, I wasn't even trying to do that as like, I wasn't like, hey, I want to be a commentator. It was just, hey, I'm gonna just hop on the mic to help out Afrodynamic because he's the only one doing it. So then it just turned out into a passion. But yeah, like, so don't even worry about like not being a big enough name. Just go out there, and when people see your passion, Nate, they'll just hop on.
Yeah,
they'll hop on.
I love that pun, man. That's just great. The whole goal of me building my local is to create a place where people can grind. I want to like feed people and let people have access to a pool, like get hot, just fucking jump in the water, hop back out, grind the Ori combos again, like do your thing. Or just come and chill and have a good place for your friends and family to just hang out, looking for more than just like tournament experience. Everyone from every skill level should be able to enjoy an event. It's got to be better than just high level play. I mean, the commentary, it should be on point. The overlays, the display, the production, that's all important. But you know, and making sure people enjoy themselves when they show up. That's probably my number one mission, is making sure just everyone's voice is heard and belly is filled, or at least working towards that goal.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Like I mentioned before, what made a lot of our like bi-weekly Friday sessions, or even like monthly Friday sessions, really like dope, and why it was able to help us grow even more, was because of that. There wasn't a tournament, so there was no stress. And everyone really, for the most part, everyone got to play everybody numerous times, because we just have a few setups. It'd be like 4 setups. It'd be like maybe 12 of us, and we're all chilling. Like I said, there's no stress. No one's your enemy, right? You're not like, damn, I gotta fucking beat this guy because I'm trying to win this tournament. You're just playing some games and you're learning matchups. You're sharing tech. You're sharing, you know, whatever it is, even life lessons. And like I said, you know, we play all the games. Everyone gets to play each other. We get to know each other more. Next thing you know, we're going out getting food. You know what I mean? Or we're going to the movies, or going to play bowling or whatever. Like, you just start to build relationships, and that always helps. So like, as much as I love tournament scenes and I love commentary and stuff, like, it really does help to have those setups where those sessions where you just have setups and it's like, hey, let's just play, and no one is discriminating each other on like level, because you know you're gonna have players that are like, you know, oh, I'm better than you, so I don't want to play you, I can't learn anything.
Yeah.
But at least from my experience, a lot of the SNK guys aren't like that, because it's like, hey, I'm just happy to be playing, man. We're a tight-knit group, we're a small group, let's just all play. If it's 10 of us, I want to play the other 9 people that are there, you know, in this few hours that we're here. So yeah, that's a good idea, man. I think it'll work out for you guys.
Yeah, I really like the notion of having too, because I'm also working on like YouTube content. I'm trying to figure out how to explain everything to a 5-year-old. I think that would be a very good standard for when having to teach people. But like, I wanna make sure that people who have a question about the game, you know, have access to people to talk to. Make sure no one's being a dick to anyone in particular when it comes to like, you know, like, haha, you went for that unsafe bullshit, get smoked. Like, there's a time and place for that, you know. That's whatever, you know, if you're fighting someone. But if you're fighting someone brand new and you've been playing the game for a cool minute, it'd be like, hey man, you're in my backyard, man. You settle down just a little bit. We want this guy to come back.
If they get out of hand, we'll just shoot.
Yeah, just shoot him. Oh man, are you bringing? Please don't bring a gun to my house.
I'm packing the heat, man.
Don't bring a gun to my house. If you want the tacos, we'll serve tacos, but just,
I'm just
leave the Glock at home. Yeah, but I'm stoked for it. I'm starting super small too. You know, I'm only one man. I have my life to take care of, and I can only make so much for investments. So instead of being like, oh, let's start big and grand and like my tournaments are gonna be the best or this and that, I'm just like, hey, you guys want to play? Let's fucking come. Let's have a good time. And every time I've done it, I've had a very, very, very very, very good time. Like, I don't think I've had a single instance that I've run where I've been like, man, I should not have done that. Even if it was, there was even a day I did it recently. I sprained my ankle at the beginning of a week, and I was like on crutches setting up tents in my backyard to make sure people could still play, because my other friend, who was my co-host, broke both of his legs in a Muay Thai incident. So
yikes.
It was crazy, and there was a very awesome top 8 that night, and it was a ton of fun. It was a blast, man. Like, that shit, I just got the passion for it, I guess, you know.
Is it cool to address the chat? I see
Absolutely,
yeah. I want to just say. Yeah, so I see you guys are saying about, like, you know, the lack of a scene, and I definitely understand that, because there's a lot of places that don't have scenes. It might have players, but just no one knows. I'll tell you a quick story real quick. One, which was it? I think it was the first Lunar Bout, where a few players came through. I remember playing Silver, and Silver is he's from upstate New York. We had another player there named Chris. Y'all might know him as the Mid Boss. He's on Twitter as well. Shout out to him. He's also from upstate New York. Neither of them knew each other, and neither of them knew that. I found out, and I was like, Silver, you're from here, right? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, what about you? And the guy was like, oh yeah, I live around there too. And then they were talking, found out they were like 30 minutes away from each other. And I'm like, there it is right there.
Yeah,
so
shoot the
what
Cupid's
I want
arrow.
to get across, Yeah, right, the Cupid arrow. What I want to get across is that the players are probably there. There's no central communication hub. And that's why it's very important nowadays to use Discord, to use Facebook Messenger like we did, to use anything where you can talk to people and create this. Create like your own how you say like if you're gonna create a messenger group or like a Facebook group, create one that's just your town. Just be like KOF players in this part of California or KOF players in this part. Don't even make a open like, hey, here's an open KOF lobby, group for everyone to join. Not that you want to be like exclusive. I mean, not that you want to be exclusive, but you really want to find the players in your region.
Yeah,
so make one of those.
There's uses for all of them, right? Like you should be in both, like because you want to
Mm-hmm.
communicate with players. Like, I mean, there were times where, like in a Dragon Ball Discord, I met some people from Arizona, and we went to Evo together and shared a room and all that stuff like that. Like that stuff is important too, to get those too. But I totally see what you're talking about because in that Arizona Discord, people asking for matches. I'm like, shit, our connection's like 9 frames delay. Like, do I want to ask that question of every single person every time we play? Like, maybe I just want to find people around here, you know? No, it's a great idea. And I think I should do that. Create like a SoCal.
Yeah, you should. And there, like I said, there's a lot of those groups already exist. There's a lot of like normal like KOF beginner group where everyone from all regions join. How about making a KOF beginner group for people in this part of the world, you know, to really locate those players? You really put a magnifying glass on them. And that's how you find them. You know, we had a we still do. We just don't use it as much anymore because most of us are in the messengers and the Discords. But we had a New York Facebook group. It was a pretty funny picture. It was actually Kim with Tim's on, and Terry's hat was the Yankee fitted hat.
That's amazing.
And we had that group.
Did
and
it have
like,
a brim? No brim?
Yeah, he has
brim?
a brim on, of course.
Okay.
This is always brim. Yeah, it's from New York. If Southtown was a part of Manhattan, that's where Terry would be from. But but yeah, like and we had that, and there was players that would try to join from like other regions. It was like, no offense, but this is for people that live in New York and people that are looking to come to New York KOF events because we're trying to build our locals, you know. There's a ton of other groups for people, you know, if you just want to play KOF, and whether it's online or whether it's offline, there's a lot of that. But I do think you 100% should have a group where it's just centralized on your location. The problem is, Space Flaffy, is that I know that can be a bit of a hard task, right? Like to be that guy to manage that, like to manage a Discord, right?
Yeah.
Like I get it, but someone's got to do it, you know. And I tell that to a lot of people. Like it might be hard, it might be tedious, but someone's got to do it. If no one's doing it, then it's never gonna happen, you know.
Yeah, there's definitely shoes to
that
fill.
guy.
There's definitely shoes to fill, and you gotta find those shoes if you want to be able to keep your community going. And a lot of TOing and stuff in general is like a thankless job, but that's most of life, right? Everything's unapologetic, right? You don't have your landlord say thank you for the $2,400 you give them every month. It's just like, glad it came on time. Like, you know, it's unapologetic. It's always going to be unapologetic. There's no point into to worry about it. You know, you just got to go with the flow. Like shit don't work out for a few months. Yeah. But like the 4 people who were super thankful for it made it feel better. And like that helped me keep going and get through some shit. You know what I mean? So Fat Boy, I want to hear from you, man.
What up? My bad. Let me put the freaking bong down for a sec.
I don't know. I just wanted. It's kind of my go-to now when I run out of things to like. When my mind's drawn a little blank, I like to throw it on you for half a second, just to see if you're ready. You know?
Yeah. I mean, no. Sadly, I don't really got like a place to like throw all these locals. But hey, man, you throw these locals, I'm always down to support it. Try to come down as much as I can. You know, like you provide the spot, I'll come in and provide some angel dust for some of us. You know what I'm saying?
The angel tech, please. Angel tech. Not angel.
Oh, my bad.
Angel dust at the door. So I guess this is a good time to transition to the second topic I wanted to talk about tonight. I know that we've all had experience doing commentary over the past few months, or I guess almost a year and a half now, during the lockdown times and stuff like that in tournaments. And I wanted to know from you first, Rome, do you have any plans for when locals open up to start grinding on commentary there?
So I just did commentary 2 weeks ago for Samurai Showdown local we had out here in New York City. Yes, I guess to answer your question, 100%. If you hate my face, I'm sorry. Don't watch no East Coast
You can't hate that
SNK
face.
events.
You can't hate that.
I mean, you
face.
can. You really
I
can.
can't hate that face. Too handsome.
That
dude.
makes it perfect too, right there. You just give him a little bit of this. Yeah.
Fucking the
Godlike.
Mui Mui.
The Mui Mui?
Nah,
yo,
but,
speaking of which, that I saw that Mui Mui picture like randomly for the first time last week. That the godlike, by the way.
Oh, the one
Godlike.
of me and Mui Mui.
Yeah, in the godlike. You
Yeah,
nailed
shout
that
out to
shit.
my roommate. I used to have my hair. So before I dreadlocked my hair, I used to have my hair like hers. I'd rock the Mui Mui. I actually wore it to Lunar Bout a year or so ago.
Oh, that's badass, dude.
Yeah. I mean, I love that character. Sad she's never coming back, but that character's dope.
R.I.P.
But yeah, if you don't like Rome himself commentary, I'm sorry, because I'm gonna be over all these events. And it's not that. Well, I'm staying humble, guys. I'm staying humble. But let's just say there's people they like my commentary and they want me to do their events. I'm not going around auditioning, and I am to a degree, but a lot of it is also people are like, hey man, you're great at what you do. You know, we want your help, and I'm down for that. Like I said, I'm always down to help anybody. Doesn't matter how big or how small. Because it helps me out. It helps me practice, right?
Mhm.
Whether I'm commentating a SVC Chaos tournament, a KOF 14 tournament, Samurai Showdown, anything, VSAV, it helps me out. It helps me get better at, and I want to get better. I have a lot to work on as far as commentary. I think I'm okay. I think I have a lot to work on. You know, you can always learn. So the more events, the more practice I get. So yeah, pretty much every event out here in New York City, you will see me on, because I'm either going to be playing or doing commentary. I will say this though, when KOF 15 drops, I definitely want to win at least a local or two early on. So I might really be cracking out on that, you know. I mean, I'll still hold down the commentary stuff, but I might be cracking out more on that because I really want to do well early on. But yeah, you will see me doing a lot of that stuff, whether it's Lunar Phase, whether it's Kick Punch Block, if TSB decides to do KOF 15 again, or 50 KOF in general, if they start to do that again.
Mhm.
And anybody else that does events out here, if I can go there, like, I'm gonna do my best to head over and get on the mic, you know.
Well, that's good, man.
I want to see more TOs and more people do commentary to play and level up the game. Like, dude, I ain't gonna lie, that shit is tiring, dude. When I run my own event, commentate here and there, then play like my match, that shit's tiring, man. Like, literally, right when the stream ends and I boot you guys the fuck out of here, I just fucking go lay down and die.
Yeah, I always am like, so for you guys at home, I'm always trying to talk to FatBoi right after we finish Yuri and Friends or something like that. And I just want to be like, hey man, that was a sick tournament. I had a lot of fun. And he like gives me the beat it kid, but like super nice, of course. But he gives me the beat it kid. He's like, was like, all right guys, I'll see you later. And then he ends the stream and leaves the Discord call simultaneously. Like in like frame one, he's got that shit on a macro.
Hell yeah, dude. You know, like, I gotta get my rest, man. It's the only way to look this youthful. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's right. He hits with the hey, all right. That's right, Lou.
How about, when I'm done and I feel re-energized, I always come back and show some love.
Absolutely, that's true.
Always.
You've always been super good. I just have to roast you just a little bit, you know.
I don't blame you, man.
Yeah, no, I'm super stoked for commentary coming up though, over the next few months, years, etc. Like, there's gonna be so many different events. Like, I'm gonna be having my own, and I want to, practice myself until I can get more members of the community that want to start practicing for themselves too. Because hopefully, like, I just want to create a place where, like, I can bolster up people who are practicing and stuff like that. So if I can focus on doing that by the time 15 comes out, like giving people places to work their way towards commentary or content creation or whatever they might want to do. Sorry, that was a little off topic, but for myself... Sorry, I'm all ADHD brained right now. But for myself, I do want to commentate some big events coming up. Like, I'll have to create a commentary wheel and really start grinding. But absolutely, like, I want to get my name out there, not to become big, but just so you guys know who I am when I'm like, hey, I'm throwing an event.
Oh, so something about that. Like, I think we should reach out to Game Goons, in general, because if we could get them to help us out, I think it'll definitely put you on the spot, right? Like,
Yeah, we gotta
'Cause they
get the
already have a-
forces. Like, let me put the bat
Yeah.
signal in the air.
If we could somehow, like, I mean, we're already a small community as it is in the KOF, and especially like in the West Coast. If we around, like, I guess America could like do something to help promote each other a bit more, help each other out, like reach out to each other or something. If we could start something going, hopefully like practice it with 14, then by the time 15 hits, hopefully we could do something and just grow together as in the US, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
because we're so small, we can't be like separate where like, I guess
Exactly.
like Wednesday night fights and then like Team Spooky, they already have a huge brand. But us like who are in a smaller community, we should do a little bit more. I think we got it if we want to create and maybe it'll create like more interest to people to tune in, watch, or have interest in KOF in general.
I'll say this because I'm gonna drop some truth serum on you guys and some stuff that like doesn't get talked about much. I don't know if maybe I should mention it too much. Not that it's like a bad thing, but it's one of those things where the underlying stuff. But I'll say this. Be short. Huh? What's that?
Let us know. Drop the knowledge.
So
what's the knowledge?
like I said, I'm still a growing commentator, right? I'm still someone who is starting to learn the ins and outs, and I'm still improving myself. One of the reasons I started commentary was because there's literally little to no SNK commentators. Now, you fast forward a little bit, there's guys like me and Aru. Shout out to Aru, that's my boy. We're overworked a lot, more so him. Aru's doing everything. He even runs brackets. That guy is a beast. But when it comes to the commentary front, a lot of times you'll see me and Aru because there's not much SNK guys, or at least at a higher level, I guess. I don't know. So what I'm saying is I need you guys, and this is for you homies on voice chat and anyone in the stream chat that wants to go a little more serious with commentary. You guys are passionate about the game. You guys love KOF. Y'all are KOF players. Start to work on your stuff now, because when KOF 15 comes out, there's going to be a lot of events. There's going to be a lot of stuff. There's majors like CEO and Combo Breaker and stuff that already pay people for commentary. We know the game. We understand KOF. We know the game, right? But if we don't have a reel, or if we don't have a lot of experience, or if we don't have much clout or knowledge, we're going to get picked. They're going to pick guys like, and I'm not throwing shade at them because I respect these guys a lot, but guys like Sajam, guys like TCC, guys from other communities, those are going to be the guys that get the KOF jobs because they're already established name and they're already known for because they do good work with Street Fighter or Guilty Gear and a lot of games. But like, I want to see KOF players commentating KOF. I don't want to see, Street Fighter players commentating KOF or Mortal Kombat players commentating KOF. I don't want to see that. You know what I mean?
Word.
And that's no disrespect to those guys. But I just want to see the people that really love the scene, who really are passionate about what they're doing, and they want to come up and grow. And that's something I tell myself. I'm telling you guys this, but I'm also telling myself because I need to stop being lazy. I need to update my reel. My reel is like 2 years old. I need to start doing more. I need to do YouTube content myself. I need to promote my streams more. I'm saying this as someone who kind of has their shit together a little bit. So I'm telling you guys who are really are serious about breaking that mode and getting in there, start working on stuff now. If there's any online events, if there's offline events, if you can make it, do commentary, man. Get on there and just practice. I'm going to start running my online events again. I just, I don't know if you guys know, I had a little bit of a rough year. Things are working out better now. I'm working. I have a really good job. So I have a good schedule. So I'm going to be running my Regime Royales again. And when I do, you guys are more welcome to play and do commentary. Just hit me up and you guys can get your practice in for when the real big tournaments come in the future for games like KOF 15. You guys can have your experience, get y'all in there, and boom. Because again, I have to say this. I know you guys know, but you just have to say this because you never know how people can interpret things. I'm not saying nothing negative against those guys. Those guys are established commentators, and I respect the hell out of all of them. The James Chens, the Ultra Davids, the Sajams, the Steves, the Yipes, all those guys. However, I really want to see KOF players commentating KOF.
Yeah,
and
I can agree with that.
Their games. So yeah.
Like there's a different heart there, you know, when they're on the mic. Like you have someone talking about situational awareness, which is, you know, of course the thing, but then you have someone who knows all about this plus the lore plus that to make the perfect joke about Leona going into blood mode. Like that's a moment that you can only get from someone who loves the
Right.
game and is there too. So like it's true. There are a lot of commentary shoes to fill. Like a lot of what I see right now, you know, just one guy on the mic running an 8-man bracket and no one's really trying to help out. And so I think we even started doing it first with the Nova guys. The shout outs to the Nova FGC, North Virginia. They run locals and stuff like that. But they started running KOF tournaments and we started doing commentary for them once in a while and stuff like that. And it just like kind of helped like solidify the legitimacy of it, you know, like not like it wasn't legitimate before, please don't misquote me, but like it makes the package nicer, you know, and I like doing that for the community to be able to have like voices of the game over it. I can 100% vibe with that.
Yeah, agreed, man. That's all I could really say too on myself is just like, you know, just try to work at it. I see what you're saying, Temple Nuts. There's not a lot of commentary gauge for KOF. KOF games are smaller. I know that also happens because of the fact that like maybe some majors might not run it as a main game. But you really got to just try to fit in. We're lucky out here in New York. Like I said, we have a few locals here, and a lot of us are able to do that. But if that's the case, if you have to run your own tournament and commentate your own tournament,
yeah, those are the shoes you got to fill.
That's still fine. Yeah,
sucks someone's not in them right now. You know, sucks the lifting is much heavier, but shit, man, sometimes this sends the brakes.
You got to do it. Yeah, that's why I just try to tell everybody in the scene, man. You know, you got to do it. You got to put the work in. You know, it's hard. It's easier said than done, but if we want to see this stuff happen, if we want to see the fruits of our labor, we got to put the work in, you know, and no matter how much of a hard uphill battle it is, you just got to keep grinding or it's not going to work, you know. Hopefully you find people along the way that can help you, you know, and see what you want to do and want to help out and help reach that goal and make their scene bigger as well. But, you know, it is what it is, but you just got to find it out, like find a way to get in there. And I'm sure when KOF 15 drops, there's going to be like, I'm sure a lot of people are going to run locals. Like look at Guilty Gear. It was Guilty Gear tournament on every fucking day. Like ridiculous. Yeah. I don't think KOF, well, I'm not going to say I don't think KOF would be at that level. It could potentially be early on where there's like a KOF online event, you know, because of rollback now, where there could be a KOF online event like every day. And if there's a KOF online event every day, that's 7 days. You have 7 chances to do commentary. If you can't make all those days, obviously no one will, but you know what I mean? Like if you can't make one day, try the next day. You can't make that day, try the day after that. Like, do I make a Discord group? Yeah, make a Discord group, Space Flaffy. That's something I meant to say earlier was that when we made the Facebook group back in the day, Discord wasn't like how it was now. Discord is way more advanced than Facebook Messenger. So, and that's the good thing, right? You have access to more websites now to make these groups. You know, to you can reach a broader audience is where I'm getting at versus Facebook Messenger. But you know, you have Discord now, so yeah, use that, man. Use that.
Oh yeah, and another thing I want to mention too is that like if KF comes in hot, man, and I think we should all definitely work together and try to set something up.
Yeah, for sure.
So like, you know, we'll have Rome does the event, then we'll follow up with our event or something, keep it hot, keep it going, try to keep the scene alive, help each other out with commentary, whatever we can, brackets or whatnot.
Yeah, and we need to talk to the people in oh, sorry, my bad. But we need to talk to people in other regions too, like Violent Kane. We need to talk to them. We need to talk to people in other places to like showcase the different talents that are coming up, because everyone's going to miss out on so many good players if we don't be like, hey, so these are the guys that we learn from or we watch. Like, you guys should watch them too. Like, so having like tournaments that we do where we coordinate with them and other stuff like that. That'd be godlike, man. Like we do need to assemble the super team. That's for sure.
Oh yeah. Speaking of Violent, you think we could get him as a guest?
Huh? Yeah, I can ask him.
I can ask him too, but do you think he'll be a good guest?
Yeah.
I mean, getting like a top player from
yeah, that would be good.
See what's his perspective on what we could do for the community, and like what will get like top players interested into like other people's tournaments and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, I think it'd be a very good discussion, especially since he's a tournament player that will travel across the world to other tournaments, and he has a lot of experience doing that. Like he'll have some amazing insight. Yeah, that would be amazing if he would be a guest.
Sure. I don't know why you guys invited me on. You should have just had Violent King. What the hell?
Dude,
what?
You're dumb as fuck. Why would we not have you here?
Hey, be nice to my friend Rome, okay? Like, damn, man.
Now, Violent King is awesome, dude.
It's a blast having you here. I mean, shit, if we do this more and have you come, I'm down, dude.
Appreciate it, y'all. Thank y'all.
Yeah, no, I think it would be cool to have some more events that we're gonna throw together. I know we've been planning on weekend events coming up. I think all that stuff is gonna be starting like hardcore in October and November and stuff. But we have some stuff in planning. Like I've already got an artist for commissioning something.
Nice.
I have, you know what? I can actually tease it a little bit here, finally, because I paid the person to start on it, so it's awesome. I have a very, 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 very limited tournament series before I start another one, and this one is going to be the Essica series. So keep an eye out for that. There's going to be some dumb lore shit. It's going to be cute, dumb, and amazing at the same time.
Can't wait.
Whew.
Is he gonna tease it?
Huh? I can't tease it. No, okay, that was the teaser. No, listen.
That's it?
No, there's gonna be more.
I
have an artist.
Art or some bullshit.
The artist has to show me what they were drawing. I just gave them the money. That's.
Oh. Yeah, I thought you got something going on already.
It should be a mad cool. No. I'll be able to give you guys a firm date on the stuff, but it will be in October. It is an open bracket. Everyone can join. And it will be streamed on Twitch, and I'm going to be finding commentators and having some real dumb shit go down. So, like, as I've always told people, invite me if you want shit to get stupid. Well, I invited myself, and it's going to be a fun-ass time.
Speaking of new events, there's something that I can't announce just yet. But if you stay tuned to my Twitter, there will be something announced very soon. Just keep the date October 23rd locked. But that will be the start of something we're doing out here in the East Coast. A bit of a collaboration between Regime Royale and another entity. That's all I'll say. But yeah, just keep it locked. And yes, KOF will be there. Various KOFs will be there. So yeah.
Y'all make sure to follow him on Twitter. It's right down there. Like, wait, let me accurately get this. Boom. Right there. If you look all the way over there, Romulus himself, right there. Go ahead and add him on Twitter to follow that. October 23rd, you said?
It's October 23rd, yep. It's
all right.
Second to last Saturday in October. Yep. There will be something happening there. But I just, like you, I have to get my artist, aka my cousin, to whip up a logo for me, and then we'll start announcing everything soon. But yeah, it's funny because people were asking me, once the pandemic and everything kind of was clearing out a bit, people were like, "Oh, you're gonna do Regime Royale offline?" And I was like, "Hell no, I'm never doing that." And here we are, we're doing something like that. So
hell yeah, dude!
I got sucked in.
Hey,
so yeah,
that's great.
Yeah, it happens. I was like, man, I'll never do that. Online TOing versus offline is two different things, but. Here we are. So, I mean, I love my community, and we're going to see where this goes, man. We're going to see where this goes. Like I said, I have a lot of work to do. I have a lot of work to do, and I'm optimistic, and I'm excited, but I'm also like, damn, I don't want to burn myself out, because there's a lot of stuff that needs to be done before KOF 15 drops, and when it does drop, I'm going to have my hands full in everything.
Yeah,
From offline events to offline events to tournaments. Yeah, 5 months, basically. 5 months of good sleep, and then after that it's just straight grinding. So
yeah, you got 5 months of sleep left, and then we're dead until
and that's it,
until KOF dies, which it won't, because we're going to be running as fast as we can to avoiding death.
Hell yeah,
we'll figure some shit out to keep it alive. I'm pretty sure we can, with rollback and with the hype that's building up, with people having interest into the series. I think we can do something. We got something to work with.
Yeah, man, I want to see what the new run is going to be like with all the Russian new players and people's reception of the game. I'm just antsy on it, man. Just give me Give me 15. I don't even want the beta at this point. Just like knock me out for 5 months. Oh wait, no, I can't do that because I got to get my commentary up. I can't sleep for 5 months.
Yeah, don't do that.
We'll practice first. We'll practice.
I want an online beta.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
I hope beta too.
I hope we get like some type of an online beta just to test the netcode, even if it's for 2 days. I'll take it. You know what I mean? Like, if it's a weekend thing, if it's like Friday to Sunday, fuck it, dude. I'll take it, dude. I'll take it.
That's perfect, right? Even just to test it, just one. And I'm pretty sure that one testing phase right there would it'll help out the netcode a lot.
Significantly. I mean, they did a beta for O2UM, right? I remember they did like a rollback beta for that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was like a week. I think it was like a week, and then they released the game like a month later. So if we get that, I'm fine with that. You know, in like December maybe, give us the game for a week, let us test it out, and then move on from there.
Yeah, I would definitely like to play.
I would
that
definitely
shit.
have a blast too.
I'm gonna stream every minute of it if I can. I want to get in the lab, man. Huh? Sorry, what'd you say?
Oh no, I was just reading what Angel Freak said. Yeah, we're gonna be getting in approximately a week, right? Next week we're getting
the
footage.
Tokyo Game
like
Show.
50 minutes of footage apparently, where they're gonna have a build of the game. Yeah, I just want to get in the lab too, man. There's a lot of stuff. I really just want to get in trainer mode and see how things work and just dabble and stuff. But just gotta wait a little bit more, man. 5 more months.
5 more months, man. That's not great.
You gotta think of it this way though, man. I know 5 more months is a long time, but you gotta think of it this way, Nate. We're 5 months in versus like there was a time period where we didn't know shit about the game, and it was like a month and change after they announced it.
Oh yeah,
remember that was a long time.
The first time I ever heard that KOF 15 was gonna be a thing, I was at Hyperdrive and I heard Romance say the words to Alex Valle, "You don't have a trailer for 15, you're just gonna disappoint anyone." Like, you can't promise a trailer. And I was like, wait, have you guys been waiting for a minute? And they were like, yeah. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like, then I got
There was so many times where that happened, where like there was an event and we were like, we're definitely gonna get a trailer now, and they would never do anything. Nothing. Zero. We were like, what the fuck? What's going on with this game? And then come to find out the game was like, probably wasn't even in development. They just had that logo from Evo that year, and that was probably it. Like,
like someone made the logo and was like, all right, take a good year vacation.
Didn't even predict COVID. It was like he was gonna take all that time off anyways.
Man, could you imagine the person who planned their like year vacation or like retirement or whatever, like right around that time? Like, they literally just got all settled in. They were like, well, shit, okay, cool, I'm chilling. Got rations, got copies of KOF 14, and oh no, there's no rollback. Fuck.
Yeah, SMK didn't give us anything to work with. Like, they went like dead silent. Nothing was being teased. But I think now they're doing pretty decent. Hopefully they give us some really solid footage. Hopefully they do say something about the rollback. Cause like, even though they like, what's it called? They said that they're having rollback, but I want to know who's working behind it. I wonder if it's Code Mystics, someone, or where are they also getting like help from, like Guilty Gear or something. I'm kind of like hoping they have something to give us a hint about rollback.
They did say it was going to be in-house rollback initially. They said they were like, it was in-house, but like I'm pretty sure that they worked with Code Mystics enough to where they started to understand maybe the flow of things, because Code Mystics has done all their rollback ports are done by them. 97, Samsha 5, Garo, KOF 02UM, even Last Blade 2. Like, that rollback's done by Code Mystics. So I feel like they've worked with them enough to where they can understand maybe their flow of things, or hopefully they just pay them out. Who knows? But I do trust I trust that the rollback will be good. It has to be good. Because if this rollback is garbage, if this is like Street Fighter 5 rollback, this would kill the game instantly. Sadly, that will kill the game instantly.
Yeah, we're at a point in the consumer market where if you don't have a good product like that you can play right off the rip, you're done. It's over.
I think people care more about netcode over balance right now. That's how serious it is. People will take a fucked up game as long as it plays well. I honestly think, like, I think that's the case. So you got to make sure that netcode is like number one priority. Make sure that shit is flawless. If I'm gonna play you, Nate, or if I'm gonna play you Psychotic, it better play like we're right next to each other, like or damn near close to it, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Because again, you know, they got our money, right? Like SNK has the SNK players' money. We're gonna buy the game regardless, but it's not our money you want. Well, it's our money you want, but it's not all you want. You want the Capcom player money, the NRS money, the anime money. You want their money, the casual. And you know, like I said, we're gonna get the game. We're fine. It's those guys you got to bring in. And if the rollback is not good, I mean, there's games now that get dropped because the rollback ain't good, you know. Or there's games that people buy. They just buy the game because they hear it has rollback. Battle for the Grid, Them's Fighting Hurts. A lot of people went out and bought those games just because they found out they had rollback.
Yeah, and one of the things I'm looking forward to the most, if like everything works out well, is having those 3v3 party mode like tournaments and stuff like that. Like that'll be so fucking hype to be able to finally do that after I think we just do it randomly on stream and we'll always have like this like 10-15 frame delay between each other. Sorry, I've got hiccups or something.
It's terrible.
But yeah, oh man, it's crazy. I can't wait to actually have that shit be fluid. I want to yell at my friends for actual reasons, not just being like, what you doing? It's 15 frames. Why'd you do that?
I didn't even think of that now. Running like tournaments for that? That comes to mind, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Running,
I'm
like, a team
thinking
tournament?
East Coast,
Sheesh.
West Coast, Mexico, Canada. How far can this go? How good is the net code? Bro, like,
right.
I showcase every motherfucking human being that wants to be a part of this. You know what I mean? Like, you want your face out there, even if it's not your face. You want to just fucking go and play and have fun. You know, Doritos 420 Blaze it up to fucking stage B. Do it. Who cares?
I wonder what kind of team names people's gonna come up with these days.
That's gonna probably be one of my favorite things too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing I'm looking forward to.
For sure. I was gonna say too, being able to use the training mode now too, the online training. You know, that's a big thing. I remember when they announced it during the showcase that they had at that Gamescom, I think is what it was, when they when they showed off that big enormous amount of media for the game, and they was like, yeah, online training mode, and a lot of people were like, yo, KOF 15 is gonna have online training, let's go, that's so cool. And I'm like, damn, I hope y'all know that 14 had it. It's just that the netcode was not good, so like you didn't play it. But it's like it's not a new feature. KOF 14 had online training, you just couldn't use it. And I tried. I had a friend, my boy Neil, who used to play KOF, and he's gonna get back into it. Me and him would play, and at the time where I used to live, we were like 15 minutes away, walking distance, and me and him would lag on online training. It got to the point where I'm like, yo, dude, I'm gonna just come over. I'm gonna just go over your house and play, and then either he come by me or I go by him. But yeah, like that feature existed already, but now it'll be better, right? With the rollback, you'll be actually able to practice against people online and lab stuff, which furthermore helps, both players growing and probably keeping interest in the game.
Yeah, some of the most fun I've had. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, bro.
So something about like that, like, dude, me and Sanchez were like literally like, I would say like 45 minutes away from each other. Same situation. I couldn't even play that dude for shit. But for some fucking reason, like I play against Broken Law Gnome all the way to the East Coast, and it's like fucking spooky. Like the fuck.
Yeah, I was gonna use that exact same example. Like me and Sanchez play in training mode sometimes. We'll use it to like we kind of treat it like MMA. It'll be like, all right, let's reset the situation. Like I'm in the corner, you're doing this, jump at me, go. Like this time, like we kind of run the same shit over and over, and it's hard because like in the middle of it, it'll be all muddy, and then it like slows right back. Everything's good, and it's like all muddy, and it's like, fuck, man, how come you can't get out here? It's like, fuck. But, with rollback, that's going to be so much better to do, especially with picking people up who are just like, man, I don't understand like what I'm supposed to do here. It's like, oh, dude, perfect. Let me bring you in and teach you the way of Benimaru Stand B. I'm going to teach you a lot,
Yeah, and that helps a lot. We go back to like, one of the things where new players drop the game fast is because they feel like they're not improving or they're not getting good at the game. And just having a simple online training mode can help prolong that a bit. If they got somebody to sit down and lab with, to help them get better and help them understand why they're, whatever it is, the case they're losing or the character matchup, the knowledge check, whatever it is, having access to that to help people on the spot now. Because we can literally play, and we can play a game and then something could happen, and you could be like, what the hell? Like, what was that? How did we get there? And I'd be like, yo, let's just go to training mode, recreate that situation, and there it is. Me and you can figure it out right there. I don't have to go to the home training mode, or I don't have to be playing you in the match, and then that rare occurrence just comes up again. You know, you could just go right to the training mode, lab it. Okay, cool. Let's go back to playing games. You know, just having that accessibility.
I'll have to manage my expectations for this one, but building off of what you just said, if they could do the thing that they did with Guilty Gear on Plus R, like you could watch your replays and pick up from that exact spot in the replay and control your character and reset that situation over and over again. Like, that shit is god.
That's crazy.
For Sick Edition, because that's something that's really hard, is for me to consistently reset up like dash back into overhead kick and like get the spacing of it, and me do the same thing, you know, like to run the same sequence. That's really hard.
Temple Nuts. So I agree with you 100%. There's a few things though with that. Speaking of personal experience, I try to do that when I know the players. It might not be in the KOF commentary. It might be more in the Sam show, because I do a lot of Samurai Showdown commentary because I'm very much involved in that scene. And a lot of those guys that play, I know those guys personally. I've seen them play pretty much the game's entire lifespan. And I know I've seen when they played at certain events. Like, I always try to go to that. If I know there's a matchup coming, I'll bring up, oh yeah, these two played at this event, or they played at Yuri and Friends, or they played at Bodega Classic, or whatever it is, any event. And I try to bring that up to add to the hype. The thing is with that is that you have to be aware of everything. And it's hard to keep up with a lot of scenes, especially when your scene is busy. Going back to the Sam show thing, when that game was out early, I wasn't paying attention to anything they were doing on the West Coast or the DMV. I didn't know who their top players were or who their best players were. I only was focused on my scene. When they started coming to our tournaments like East Coast Throwdown and Summer Jam and NEC, and we were being more integrated with them, you know, tournaments like Frosty Faustines, I got to meet the players like, you know, like Andy OCR. I got to meet the players who, like, I could see, okay, you guys are from the DMV, you know, like Vato and all the homies, Light Ice, Tao, all those guys. I got to see just how strong they were. And I'm like, okay, these guys are good. And then I was able to watch more of their stuff, like, because it's just really hard to keep up. It's a lot of knowledge, but as a commentator, you need to know. So it's a situation where it's almost like a checkmate type deal.
Yeah.
As a commentator, you're supposed to do your research on these players. You're supposed to know, okay, this guy is from here. This guy uses this team to the best of your knowledge. It's not always going to be hard. It's not always going to be easy, I should say, finding footage with some players, but you have to try to make that work. And I try. I do what I can. I can't watch everything. Especially when 15 comes out, come on, man.
Oh man, that's
it's gonna be hard to watch.
To keep up.
What's that, Nate?
It's gonna be impossible to keep up with that.
Yeah, because you got to think about it. All the online tournaments, but there's gonna be a lot of offline tournaments. I'm gonna be involved. Like, I can't say anything right now, but I'm just gonna say New York and East Coast as a whole is planning a lot of stuff for 15. I'm gonna have no days off. I'm gonna be doing KOF related stuff, and I'm not even talking about on my stream. I'm talking about just in general. Helping out here, going to other people's events and supporting them. I'm gonna be busy like 3 to 4 days a week doing that stuff for KOF. Like, a lot of people want to do some stuff out here for the game and they want to build the scene, and I'm trying to have my hands in that too. So it's gonna be hard for me to keep up with my scene, watch online tournaments to know who did what. The best you can do, what I do, which is a tip, I guess, for more aspiring commentators. If I'm gonna commentate a tournament, like if let's say there's a 5 special Samurai Showdown 5 special tournament, and someone's kind of like, they're like, hey, you need me to do commentary. I'm like, sure. If this is a series, like if this is the 4th event or whatever, or the 5th event, I'll go back and skim through the top 8 of their last event. I'll check out the bracket, but I'll also skim through the top 8. I'll watch like the grand finals or so, but for the most part, I'll skim through just to see, okay, this player beat this player won, this player got this place. Just to be like, okay, when I do watch the match and I know who they are, if I've never seen them play live, I could be like, oh, here's Sycotic stepping up to the play. I know he runs this character, man. He got 3rd place or, you know, 1st place at the last such and such event, you know. And then that's where, again, Smash GG comes into hand, because you can click a player's name on Smash GG and see all their results.
Yeah, I love
online
that.
or offline. It's
so
good. Yeah, it's
so useful.
So I guess just in short, even though that was long, but It's hard, man. I agree with you, Temple Nut. I think we need more of that in KOF and just in commentary as a whole. Is just selling the match, because that's what you're doing as a commentator. You're supposed to sell the match. You're supposed to put the players over, you know, and convey everything that's happening in the match to the audience watching. So I do believe we need that, but it's really hard to keep up with everything. You can't hang out in every Discord. You can't watch every YouTube. Can't watch every stream. You know, it's hard.
Yeah. That is true. So it's pretty crazy because like when you brought that up, it kind of reminded me because I used to like watch fucking Dota 2 a lot, and then there's this like guy who just literally have stats and like brings up like good memories of like what happened in the past with between like the two teams or whatnot. Like do that. It's nuts. If we could do that for KOF, it definitely will like, you know, help like, you know, sell the matches or like hype up the players and everything. It definitely makes the event like a lot better. If we could do that for KOF, that'd be sick.
Yeah, the more time we spend in the space is the more time you're going to see that. You just have to venture out of your own circle. And that's the 15 with rollback and regions on being more available. That's going to be so much easier than it is now. Like, I think me and Sanchez, well, not I think, but me and Sanchez just did a stream where FatBoi joined us too, where we were watching the Tiger Cave tournament, and then we watched some Japanese tournaments. And other things of that nature, just to kind of like see different players, and kind of like see what Freezer's up to and what Hintati's doing with Maxima, which is fucking almost illegal, but it's pretty sick. Like, it's cool to see that these characters have like loyalists to them, that they will like be the best of whatever they want to be and just rock with it. Like, that's why we respect Bumba. Like, if you've never seen Bumba Chunga play before and he shows up at a tournament and this fool picks Ralph, Xanadu, and Vice, and you're like, and the other guy picks Shune. All right, we know how this is going to go. Everyone's going to be like, wait, what? What? He's got setups? He's got this? Okay. I think that's also another hype thing too, right? Is like when someone who is sort of discovered, but like not in that region, like is now like, who the fuck is this guy? That's always a cool way to hype it too. I like doing that.
Oh, for sure. Like the unknowns just coming in here and bodying people with the unique characters.
Yeah.
It's cool too. It's a very cool thing to see. But yeah, like, it's just like I said, you got to make yourself aware of things if you're gonna do commentary and you want to be good at it, because there's a lot of people that do commentary and aren't they're not good at, you know, but whatever, they're learning, they're trying, and like there's some tips they can learn along the way, right? But I think that's something that definitely helps if you are worried about that, in a sense of putting the players over, which you should be, because that is what the commentator is supposed to do. So yeah, it's just, you know, just skim through it. You ain't got to watch the whole 3-hour, you know, online tournament, but just skim through a few matches, watch the top 4, if anything, or look at the stream chat and see like some hype happen. You know, check out the clips. That helps too.
Yeah.
Check out the clips. You'll see usually it's like some crazy, you know, comeback or whatever happens, and people are going crazy for it. Like, that helps as well. So
it's a little side tangent, but like, the KOF community needs more fucking clips. Like, we need more, like, very short, this is why you should play KOF shit. Like, I don't see a lot of it. I see a lot of it from, like, the Dragon Ball community. They have this, like, perfectly cut clips or something, and they'll just, like, let them know. You'll see the guy just throw the command grab, and they cut the video, right? Very short, promotes the game, gets people re-interested in it, and whatever, stuff like that. Like, that shit would be cool. Like, maybe I just need to start doing that shit.
There it is.
There it is.
But you're not wrong though, man. The most important KOF clips, or the most like visible KOF clips, are all the 13 clips from Evo.
Yeah. From,
you know, Reynold, reverse OCV, and I forget his name, starts with the H. He got second place at Evo that year. But Reynold, OCV, and him, right? Reverse OCV, excuse me. The Shin Woo player doing like the entire block string that took all, like, it broke the complete guard, and then it like killed afterwards, the AG combo. Obviously Mad KOF and Bala in grand finals, all those clips, like, that's where all that stuff is. Heesan Woo, thank you, Lumatic. Heesan Woo, you know, all that stuff, like, that's really where the important clips come from. And that's why KOF 13 is like it's the KOF game that everyone knows, right? That's the one the casuals usually go to. And a lot of it has to do with those memorable moments, those evil moments, those really cool first attempts back in the day and like stuff like that. So I do agree with you. We do need more of that. We just need more content. That's really what it is. It's not a lot of KOF. This KOF content creators, but it's not enough like of the high level, just like an emphasis on high level tournament clips. Not necessarily full tournaments, but just like, hey, maybe here's a highlight of Yuri and Friends, and it's just 10 clips from Yuri and Friends all condensed into like a 5-minute video for people to be like, oh man, this is sick. I'll check out the next one or whatever. There's a lot of KOF content creators, but they focus on lore and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of guys. Like, I've been getting every week when there's like a new trailer, I get some new KOF like trailer reaction comment, like a recommendation in my YouTube of like someone new doing like a reaction to a trailer, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. This guy is doing content, but it's not like tournament footage. You know what I mean?
It's not
just
like,
a lot of
oh
lore
my
stuff.
god, he's got his crouching fireball back. I wonder if he's gonna be able to hidden dragon that guy. I don't know. Fighting games.
Yeah, that's just how it is. But yeah, I agree with all those stuff, man. Especially your what you posted, Temple Nut, because I do agree. We need more storytelling, and the KOF community. And there's a lot of good stories. It's just a lot of the OGs, and they don't really come to tournaments. That's what it is. A lot of the OGs that have been around for 20 years in the scene, they don't play in events, or they just play O2. So
we gotta
advice.
carve it in the tablets, man. Like write it down like in the stone.
Yeah.
They all just went to be a family, man, pretty much. After they stopped being a little youngins playing KOF like a bunch of degenerates. Yeah, they all just
I mean,
family,
not
kids to take care of.
Would you say like the player base for KOF, right? Like for the grand scheme of things, not like the core community of people who love it. Like, with what point do you think that like it not necessarily dropped off, but you know what I mean? Like what I'm kind of trying to say. I don't know the exact words for it either, but like, was it like 13 and then people started falling off after 13, or was it 14 with the launch or something like that? Or what do you guys think? Because I wasn't here for that, so
I would say 13 brought a lot of hype, like especially when there was like a lot of international events, because it was definitely like an international game, right? Like, I guess people from all over the world, they came, they played, it was hype, and it was just like condensed with just like a lot of like high level plays and shit.
yeah.
Because it's just many filled with like, the people who just love the game, not a lot of casual. Then like when 14 came out, it just kind of died a little bit, right? Like, people who loved 13, the way how it looked, the way how the game played, the netcode just kind of like killed it, but it kind of got like a little bit of resurrection in a way, like during its end of 14 for some weird reason. Like, right when I was about to be like, man, I fucking quit 14, I'm out of here, this game bummed, dude. Then all of a sudden, like, fucking Sanchez fucking comes out of nowhere and shit. Then people on PC came out. Then I started, like, watching Elky stream and freaking Party Bar just coming in drunk, talking shit. And then that's where I met everyone else, Started talking to Lou, fucking... What's his name? Grind. Like, he disappeared, though. He took out Spice. He became family, man.
Oh, French boy? Yeah.
Yeah. But then after that, I started like just to talk to more East Coast people. So like at the end of 14, it seems like a lot of us around the US just kind of came together and supported each other. So that was...
Because where I was getting with that was like, I feel like KOF is really due for its next big fucking punch. You know what I mean? Like, it's due, since if it fell off from 13, there's a lot of people who were playing 13 that want to see what this is going to be like. Some people already got their minds made up, but I really feel like it's in such a good spot right now. Like, 14 was a quote-unquote flop. Not really. I fucking love the game. Like, I will host tournaments for the game. I'm having people commission art so I can make tournaments for this game. I'm not calling the game bad one bit. But, like, it was quote-unquote to some people, like, not as successful as Street Fighter. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I was gonna say 14 is definitely not a flop. It sold really well.
It's godlike. I love that game.
It's 14 is a
So
great
much.
game. Yeah, it's one of my favorite KO games. And it's funny I say that, and some people get mad when I say that. Like, you really like 14?
What?
Because I play all the other KOFs too.
Oh, okay.
I play 98. I love FE is my favorite KOF hands down. Right? I think FE is the pinnacle of KOF. But I play vanilla 98. I even play OTUM. Right? I play 13. I play 2000. 2000 is crack. I think everyone should play 2000. That game's dope. But like, I play all those KOF games, and I still think 14 is like amongst the best. And people are like, "Wow, they assume because I play all the KOFs that I wouldn't like it as much." But I'm like, no, 14 is great. If you know what you're doing, it's a great fucking game. But I was gonna say with 14, to answer your original question, because I'm also a 09er. I didn't come around until KOF 13, right? So from what I was always told and what I've seen, the KOF scene has been problematic to their own games, where they never like the next game.
Oh,
so
really?
the 98 people are like, fuck 02. The 02 people are like, fuck 11. The 11 people are like, well, the 11 and before are like, fuck KOF 13. 13's too anime. And now the 14 players are like, fuck, the 13 players are like, fuck 14, essentially.
So are you
KOF
saying
game,
that I'm on the wrong side of the fence, not saying fuck 15 going into this? Like, I
you're
want to
probably
make
gonna
sure that
say-
I'm right.
There's gonna be
I
those
could
people
keep a
too.
straight face.
Yeah, we're joking, but there's definitely gonna be those people that are gonna be like watch a week or two into KOF 15. There's gonna be those people like, man, I'm going back to KOF 14. KOF 14 is better, and these are gonna be people that didn't even play 14 or didn't play 14 for long.
And
They're
then I'm
be like,
gonna
"Man, I don't
host
like
a
15."
tournament, and I'm gonna link the flyer to him when I see that shit. I'm gonna be on
Do it.
notice, and I'm gonna hit every single bitch with one of those. I'm going back to 14. I'm hosting a tournament. What? To fly out? Fuck it. There'll be $1,000. Who knows? We'll figure it out.
That's also another interesting thing that I worry about a little bit, and I'm gonna do my best to try to like stop it. But I always wonder to myself, like, there's always those games in the franchise that like live on forever, right?
Yeah.
And I wonder if 14 is gonna live on. Are we gonna still be playing KOF 14 after KOF 15 releases? I honestly don't know, but I hope we are. I'm gonna still support it. I fully plan on doing KOF 15 events and still having 14 at the same event. You know what I mean? Like, I'm still gonna try to do that as much as long as I can keep it going. If no one enters, no one enters, right? Just saying. But I wonder that, because you got a lot of KOF games. There's 14 KOF games as of now, and a good half of them no one plays, right? Like, no one really plays 99. People don't really play 2001. They do, but they don't, right? It's more of a meme type deal. No one's really playing 94. They play 95. 95 you'll see. 96, no one ever talks about 96. But then you have the classics. You got your 97s, you got your 98s, your 02s, your 11s, your 13s.
Yeah.
I mean, and even like Street Fighter. No one's really playing Street Fighter 3 New Generation, right? No one's playing Street Fighter 2, the new challengers. No, they're playing Super Turbo. They're playing Third Strike. Are they gonna go back and play vanilla Street Fighter 4? Probably not, right? But they're playing Ultra. So like, I just wonder, like, is 14 gonna be a game that 5 years from now there's gonna be a demand for, like, oh, let's make a modern port of KOF 14 on the PS6 or whatever with rollback or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, are we gonna have that? Is it gonna be a demand for it like it is 13? Because 13 solidified. People are gonna play 13 forever. I feel like, that game has a lot of love.
I think it'll really depend on the gameplay differences between 15 and 14, only because right now, from what I see, 15 looks like 14.5 on crack. Like they like amped up a bunch of the stuff, and if it's like, oh, there's a mod to remove EX anywhere and then change the meter system back down to a bar, and it's just a character patch, and like that's the big difference. I don't know if there will be a huge demand for it. I think it'll really matter on how much 15 differentiates itself from 14, because I love 14. I play it more than I play any other title right now, really. Like, I think only maybe last week I started getting seriously back into Dragon Ball because of the Tenkaichi tour that they're doing, so I'm going to try to get some points there. But outside of that, it's been nothing but KOF. Come home, watch some match footage or grind, and I fucking love that shit. Like, it's so much fun. But if 15 is like all of that plus a little bit extra, or even if it's such a differently unique experience, at least on my end, I think 15 is going to have to be hella good for me not to want to ever go back to 14, because 14's now just got a special place in my heart forever.
For sure.
Yeah,
And I will
15
support
better.
it in the future too. Like, I don't know how often, but trust me, 14 is not going anywhere on this channel. It will exist in some way or form. Sorry, go ahead, Fat Boy. I cut you off trying to say that.
No, that's all good. I just said like 15 just better freaking slap if they want me to like stop playing 14. But I try to move on to like the newer iteration of the game. I usually don't really go back. Maybe like once in a long while I do. So I try to stick to a game that has like the like, you know, a higher player base. But usually like if the game flops and I usually just I did. I'm like later about it.
You gotta take it out.
But maybe we'll see what happens. Like, I mean, now like I know more people in the KOF community, so I'll probably just flock over where the hell everyone else is just flocking over.
All right, well, cool. Ladies and gentlemen, we are wrapping up towards the end of the podcast here. We are going to have an after party for KOF 14 lobby. I'll be taking a very, very short break and then be booting up 14 and playing until around, I don't know, maybe 2 hours, 2.5 hours, something like that. So love to get games with everybody. But before we do that, I wanted to ask my guests if you guys had anything else you wanted to say or promote or talk about before we go into final words. We're going to be on Steam, Temple Nut.
Nah, if anybody has any questions for me in the chat real quick, I can try to answer them. But I'm good, man. I'm just grateful to be here.
Hey, man, super
What do you
happy
think
to
the
have
next
you, too.
reveal?
The next reveal?
Thank you, man.
You know what? I
So
think
next
you were
reveal's
right
gonna
with
be next week.
Elizabeth. I think you were right with Elizabeth when you were saying that earlier.
Could be Elizabeth, or it could be an official reveal for Shunbei, because she is going to be in the demo, right?
Shunalis. I love
Shunalis?
that. I love Violent Kane called her that on Twitter, and I was like, "That's it. That's mine forever." She's graffiti Shunalis.
She's like a Splatoon character. She looks like.
I'm gonna play her when the game comes out. I like her character design a lot.
Yeah, see, that's the thing, Lumatic. She's a part of the demo. That's why I'm assuming they're gonna give us her trailer next week.
Oh yeah.
Just to be like, okay, we'll give her the trailer. It will show the trailer off, and then you'll see match footage of her, as opposed to showing off somebody else completely. Because it'll be weird to see footage of her in game and not see the trailer. So I think we're gonna get her. Party Barge says, "Why are you so sexy?" I don't know, man. I eat a lot. I have bad skin. Sometimes it just works out for me, bro. I don't know.
Man, I was gonna say it's SNK games. You play enough of them, and you just level up your passive. So,
I guess
that's,
we'll go with that one.
that's
go with that
it.
One, Nate. We'll use that one. I'll put that one on my Tinder profile. We'll go
there
with
you go. You gotta be sly. Slide in there real quick. Be like, girl, you see these Terry combos? Okay.
That's terrible.
Yeah, it was.
I'll make you my queen
terrible.
of Southtown.
Ooh, okay. Ladies listening at home, please. Rome will steal you from your boyfriend. All right, everyone. Well, thank you so much for coming in. I'm going to switch over to a different overlay. It might do some weird stuff, but Rome and Fatboy, thank you guys so much for joining me today, and appreciate y'all for being here.
Problem.
I'm gonna have an open lobby if anyone in the chat would love to hop in and join up. I'm gonna get that going in just a little bit, so please stay tuned. This is the Scrubs of Southtown. My name is Passionate. We're here with Rome and Fatboy. We all say thank you, and we love you very, very much.
All right, peace out, everyone.